Good evening, and we're back once more playing MYFAROG in our campaign, Twilight of the Gods. And again, I'm joined by my regular 4 players in this campaign: David, Fionn, Anto, and James. So if you watched the previous 2 sessions, you know where we left off, which was the player characters traveled to the village of Linden in the region of Refenio, and there they came across another adventurer group from a different region called Iruria, and they dealt with another forest etin, an ogre, who was terrorizing the village of Linden. Been doing so for some time now. The name of this forest etin was Grinder. He's rumored to have a brother called Gronda, and that's what the scouts from the village say anyway, that they kind of alternate. One night Grinder goes to the village, and the next night Gronda goes to the village, and they like to sleep in the May King's hall, which brings much shame upon him, as obviously he wants to rest and to sleep in his own hall. So in actual fact, one of the members of the other adventure group from Eruria, his name was Ashwood. He was very adamant that he would be the one to take the glory and to kill this forest etin, this ogre. And so in fact, after the May King had held a small feast for the new heroes to be, at least, Ashwood was the one who remained in the long hall. Unfortunately, at some point during the night, it's believed that it was Grinder who came to the village. He climbed over the wooden palisade, entered the long hall, and butchered Ashwood. Shortly afterwards, our heroes here, they went into the long hall, and they quite easily, in fact, dispatched of this forest etin with considerable ease. It's now the second one that they killed. The first one was much more difficult, but the second one proved to be quite easy, with the especially with the bow used by David's character, Kindwolf, now known as what did you call it, David?
Ettinsbane.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yep. And so we'll go over to you guys now. You're all in the long hall. You've just killed this forest ogre, and it's up to you what you want to do next.
I'm going to try and recover my 2 arrows.
Good. Well, if you give me 2d6s.
A 1 and a 3.
Right, so one of the arrows, the shaft is completely just destroyed. It probably hits Grinder, and the shaft just it's completely splintered and beyond repair. The other one in actual fact is completely fine, so you can retrieve that without any troubles. You can, if you want, you can retrieve the arrowhead from the destroyed.
Yes, I will.
And would it be possible for Bori? I would like to behead the etin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Do I need to do a skill check?
No, are you going to use your axe?
I was just going to, yeah, literally.
Yeah. So you could hack at this etin's head.
Yeah,
probably several times, and there's no trouble there. You can sever the head. Yeah,
excellent. I would like to see if I can climb on top of the long hall and stick the head on the very top of the entrance above the door.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, does anybody want to try to retrieve the Etten heart and maybe some of the auricalcum?
Yeah, so I'm going to try and retrieve some of our calculum.
Okay, so if you give me give me D6, please.
6.
Okay, so you managed to retrieve 18 ounces of auricalcum.
Whoa.
That's pretty nice. Yes, obviously Grinder had been consuming auricalcum recently and had quite a bit stored within him.
I think we should send some of this
Yes.
to Ashwood's family.
That's what I was thinking. I'm going to pick up Ashwood's body. I presume it's rather easy to pick up, seeing as he's been bisected.
Yeah, I mean he was a pretty big guy, but yeah, he's obviously weighs a bit less than he did when he was alive. But yeah, I think Kindwolf, he's quite a big guy as well, so it's not really too much trouble for you to pick up Ashwood. Yep, so you pick up Ashwood. Buddy goes outside and he's looking to attach the head of Grinder to the long haul. Now, does anybody want to try to locate the Etten heart?
I'm good with the one I have, so I'm not gonna try to do it.
I'm iffy on. I don't want any explosions to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily you have that knowledge. But if there are two Etten heart pendants within a foot of each other, then they will begin to glow and they explode within 2d6 rounds. But I think it's when they're only made into pendants and they're placed over the heart of a character. So I mean, you could still retrieve it if you wanted.
I'm good. Thank you.
No, I'm not trying to,
Do I
get your character to explode. But
do I know any of the harmful effects of wearing the Etten heart, like as my character?
well, if you give me a world law check, please.
Okay. Oh boy. Ten.
Yeah, unfortunately, Owen is completely ignorant to the effects of the Etten heart amulet.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, in actual fact, very few Thuleans do know the possible harmful consequences of wearing the amulet. Yeah, but there might be benefits as well. It does depend. Yeah.
Yeah, right. No, I'm good. I'm just sort of catching myself after the fight, and I'm following them out when seeing what they're doing. Like, why? Where's Dad going with the head?
Yeah, I'll lend a hand with that task. Help you hoist it up there if you need it.
Yep, excellent. Yeah, basically, the reasoning behind that is I want his brother. Was it Gronder?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. I want the brother to see that on the next night and probably get so incensed that he's either going to fly into a rage, and try attack us, or else he might slink off. Who knows? Serve it as a warning, anyway.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to lay Ashwood's body outside the hole, place a little piece of yew tree on his forehead, and I'm going to put 10 ounces of the orichalcum on his chest and start playing start composing something to him because I feel pretty bad.
Excellent. Yeah, it's very dark outside. It's not cold by any means. It's about 13, 14 degrees Celsius. It's very light air, not even a breeze. Quite clouded, in fact. It's very quiet in the village of Linden, as most of the villages are, obviously asleep and not wanting to disturb what goes on every night in the long hall. They'd rather keep themselves to themselves, and they don't really have the heart or the courage to face an Etin of Grinder's size and strength. So you do that. It's a very
I'm gonna
honorable
try and
act. Yeah.
start playing and singing quite loudly. See if I can wake up some of the villagers as to what's happened here.
Yep. So give me a singing check, please.
Get 12. Wait, no, 13. Sorry.
Yeah, 13. So you begin to sing, and you do wake up some of the nearby dogs, and they begin to just howl out. Yep, and some of the villagers do eventually wake up after they hear all of this commotion. The dogs beginning to bark and to howl. Not so much from your singing per se, even though you do manage to sing well, let's say.
Is Thomas around, or has he fled?
Yeah, Thomas, he kind of was skulking in the background. He didn't really want to be part of the fighting, but he was documenting what was going on from afar.
Yeah, I want to take a look at what he's done.
Yeah, so if you walk over to where Thomas is, he's actually strolled over to where Kindwolf, your uncle, took the body of Ashwood, and he's just sketching on some parchment paper. And then shortly afterwards, a few of the villagers step outside of their homes, and amongst them you do have the companions of Ashwood.
Seeing his companions, I'm going to start including stuff about poor Ashwood and brave Ashwood, while standing up against a grinder, and I'll pause and say to his companions, please take his possessions along with this Aracalcum, for his bravery against the Etin deserves at least a portion of the spoils.
Yes, so you see one of his companions. He was the one who was wearing the quite sturdy-looking gloves, and he's got quite a sleepy face, but is in complete shock and horror upon seeing the body of his companion Ashwood. He was quite sure that his friend would have been the one to slay this Etin. So he's in disbelief and shock. Yeah.
Seeing his shock, I'm going to say we were waiting outside the hall, for we just wished to gaze upon the Etin for my friend here, Thomas, to sketch it. And we heard a terrifying scream and a commotion. It sounds like Ashwood gave a good fight, but unfortunately Hadnush has taken him now.
And he looks at you and he says, "How is this possible? He was the best fighter I've seen in my life, and he's slain Yureks and Etins before. It's just so strange."
Maybe
I
if
do not
he
know.
stood by his side, this would have been avoided.
Well, he wanted the glory for himself, and he has slain many of them before on his own.
Too much Etin for any one man, lad.
He shakes his head and he's still in disbelief. There's something strange here.
Does this mean
You would abandon your brother in battle.
I will find out what happened.
Does this mean you'll face the other Etten by yourself and follow in Ashwood's footsteps?
I will face the Etten, and I will slay it.
I'm going to pull out some of my yew berries and place them in Ashwood's mouth and say, "May Hadnush guide this brave, brave warrior."
Very nice, yeah. So you're doing some very honourable gestures for poor
While
Ashwood.
covering my tracks.
Yes.
So CSI Thule doesn't catch me.
Don't get fooled again.
So yeah, poor Ashwood is near this yew tree, and yeah, it's. I mean, it's about 4 o'clock in the morning, so it's still there's still enough time if you guys wish to perhaps get some kip, get some sleep.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, we'll get some sleep. I'm mumbling to my companions. Why would this one, follow foolishly in the footsteps of his tribe mate, only to meet the same fate? I'm confounded.
Yes, I was half joking when I suggested that. I thought he would show some intelligence, but he's even dumber than I am. So
Yeah, you're not actually very far wrong there, James. Because I mean, as good warriors as they are, these particular ones do lack a bit of intelligence. Yeah, so he does spend the next 5 minutes still in disbelief, looking at the corpse of Ashwood before he walks back to the stone house where he was sleeping.
And Bori, now that the head of the Etten is hung, Bori would like to try see if there's any remains of any mead in the long hall, just so he can get a little nighttime cough medicine to help him go to sleep. It's been an eventful night, so.
Yes, you do find a barrel of mead. It's getting on the empty side, but you can still definitely get a good few hornfuls if you wish to.
Excellent, lads. Get your horns ready. We're gonna have a party. And
I'm kind of reluctant looking around, making sure it's okay, and nobody's gonna yell at us for taking it.
Bori just finds 3 or 4 empty long halls, empty horns on one of the tables, and fills them all up. And, literally presses each of them on them. Drink, come on. We've been through worse, and we'll be through worse again.
I'm going to somberly pour mine out. I'm not sure what the etiquette would be. Like, pour it on Ashwood or pour it at his feet or something.
Just don't let Bori see you doing that. That's all.
So you're going to make sure Ashwood stinks of mead and...
Yeah. I'm sure I'd know the proper etiquette for such things, being a bard of Hadnush.
Well, you might just be able to convince the others that he drunk himself to death.
Oh, yeah.
Pour it down his severed head, It'll just come out the other side.
I'll splash it liberally in his beard and on his the front of his cloak.
Yeah, we'll get the Thule and CSI.
All over his spear, too.
This is why I do not drink, young nephews.
Yep, so Ashwood is, what remains of Ashwood is now stinking of mead. Yep. And he's got the yew berries as well, and 10 ounces of Audi Calcum placed in his mouth. So, yeah.
It's a hefty dose.
That's right, yeah. It's a good amount, good value. Yep. I believe each ounce is the equivalent of 20 silver.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's a good amount of money, yeah. Or metal, I should say.
Mm.
Right, so yeah, Buddy and your two lads, do you drink a bit of mead?
Yeah, I'll take a nightcap.
Yeah, have a nightcap. And there is an actual fact, there is a stone house which the four of you can sleep in if you wish to, which was made ready for you by the makings, Frals.
Yep, definitely. Boris suggests that we go in and light the fire and reminisce over the night in front of a roaring fire with a horn of mead.
Yeah, sounds good. So you do that. The four of you go to this stone house, spend a bit of time just talking about what's just happened, and then do you wish to sleep?
Yep.
Yeah, well, not
yes.
Eventually.
All right. Very good. So we'll pass over to the next day now, which is Monday, the 23rd of Noratuna. You guys wake up at about 10 a.m. You can hear quite a lot of chatter from the villagers of Linden. It's a very warm morning. In fact, it's about 21 degrees Celsius at about 7 in the morning. So yeah, it's by the time you eventually do get up, it's getting on to about 24 degrees. Clear sky, very light air. So it's it's going to be a warm day. Yeah.
Yeah. Bori walks out of the stone house and immediately the first thing that hits him is the blinding light of the sun, and he realizes he has quite a severe headache. Perhaps there was a horn too much of mead last night. Oh, when will I ever learn, huh?
Kainw's going to get up and stretch and come up next to his brother, and seeing that he's a bit worse for wear, he's going to clap him on the back a little too hard. Like, feeling well rested then, are we?
Oh, yes, whatever you say. Perhaps there was a horn or too much mead, but well, we had a good night and we deserved it, so.
Yes, we did. How are the young lads doing?
I'll get up and out.
Yeah, I imagine I'm the last one up, and I'm thinking. I think I'm at home for a second, and I think, and I wake up and I say, "Oh, I don't smell the fennel. I'm I'm away. I'm away from home." And I'm gonna head out and see if hopefully the head is still up on top of the Great Hall. The Eden hasn't come and taken it back.
Yeah, the head is still there, and in actual fact, you, Buddy, you begin to smell some. It's like a hog roast being on a spit. Not too far from the makings hall, in fact, and it's filling your nostrils in this light air, and it's making you insanely hungry as you're trying to shake off your hangover. Yeah.
Smells like pork, lads. I say we head over and get some sustenance for the day.
I'm so hungry. Let's go.
Right.
And Bori begins to sweat profusely. It's, what did you say, 24 degrees?
Yeah, it's 24 degrees now at about 10 a.m.
Yeah, so Bori takes off his cloak, and he's just down to his presumably undershirt.
Yep, and beyond where you have this spit roast, you can see the May King Lindenus, he's just standing outside of his hall. He's looking up at the head of Grinder and kind of in admiration, in fact. And he just seems to be in jubilation that this ogre has been, at least one of them has been killed. Yeah. Many of the other villagers are just going around their daily tasks and chores. Some are crafting. Owen, your friend, what was his name? Uri the blacksmith. He's busy crafting some hilts for long swords.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to him if I have time, real quick, before we head over.
Yeah, you could, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to, Uri, hail. Did you hear what happened last night to the ogre?
Aye, so I did. And a fine thing that it is eventually being killed. But that poor Ashwood.
Yeah, Ashwood, I don't even think a skilled craftsman like you could put him together again. I wanted to also say that we found the Etten to be a little bit easier to slay this time, and I'm wondering if it's thanks to the wonderful work you did on my pendant. So I just wanted to thank you again and tell you, your expertise and your experience was with me when we faced this abomination.
He puts a hand on your shoulder and gives you a wink, and he says, "Aye, the gods work in mysterious ways, laddie."
And I nod at that and smile, and then I head up to go get something to eat.
Yeah, he bids you farewell and resumes with his crafting. Yeah, there's a small congregation of people around the corpse of Ashwood. Most of them are in disbelief because they believe that he was surely the strongest warrior of all of the people who were gathered the day before. And the fact that the Etten has been killed is obviously credit to the four of you.
So they all let a good tragedy go to waste, so I'm going to strum in and start singing about what happened, letting everyone know, except for the part about Ashwood. I'm going to say that he put up a good fight, but somehow was overcome.
So are you going to sing or poetry or?
I'm going to sing and play the lyre with it.
All right, yeah. Give me a singing check, Len, and a lyre check as well.
Singing is 14. Lyre is 13.
Nice, yeah. So as soon as you begin to sing and strum on your lyre, the villagers immediately turn to you, Kindwolf, and they completely heed your words. And do you mention anything about how the four of you slew Lietten?
Yes, I'm going to say I'm not going to sing this part, but we came in hearing the screams of poor Ashwood, and my brave brother and nephews went forth into the fray, and my arrows, guided by Hadnush, struck at the beast from afar, finally bringing him down.
I imagine we're acting this out too around him. Like maybe me and my brother, like he could play the Etten and I could play him slaying him or whatever, like pantomime or something.
Yeah, there's a young boy. He's about 7 years old. He's got curly red hair, and he's quite taken in by you, Kindwolf, and he shouts out to you, "It's Hadnush! It's Kindwolf, the Etten Slayer group. They come to save us."
Yes, my lad, we're here, and Etten's fall wherever we travel.
Yeah, and you can see the friends of this young boy, they're all gathered around you now as you're strumming away and singing, telling of the brave tale of killing Grinder.
Always trust a bard to make big of any situation.
Says our father who put the head on top of the waterfall.
Yeah.
If I don't make big of your situation, brother, then nobody will.
Oh well.
Yep, and as you continue to play, even more of the villagers gather around and listen to your tale. You've become somewhat of a local hero, it seems.
I'm scanning the crowd looking for the Arulians if they're watching us, and what is their reaction to all this?
They're quite stony faced. In fact, they are. The two of them are looking over at you, and yeah, they seem somewhat displeased of how all of the villagers are admiring Kindwolf, Bori, Owen, and Yoko. It's not what they expected to happen. And yeah, and I want to make sure Thomas is also getting this all down, so I give him a look too.
And
Thomas is he's again he's noting down everything on his parchment pad and taking some notes.
Through all of this, Bori is just simply munching on a fine haunch of roasted pork with the grizzle and the fat kind of dripping down his beard. Still slightly hungover and sweating profusely. He's not an attractive sight at the minute.
Yeah, but that pork is definitely making you feel better. That's
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to make sure we all get some good food today because I'm really hungry from all the exploits last night.
Yeah, actually, the young maiden who was turning the hog roast, she actually throws some apples in your direction.
Should I roll acrobatics to see if they hit me?
Well, you can see if you catch them, yeah.
Because I'm not too bright, so. 15.
Oh yeah, you definitely catch the apple, and as you do, she gives you a wink as well.
So I imagine I catch one and then in one motion just chomp like the whole half of it out and give a smile with it still in my mouth as I'm chewing.
Yep, and that combination of pork and apple, it's delicious.
Oh yeah. Keep your eye on her, lad. You might get lucky one of these days.
And so I'm just laughing and eating and very high spirits after all this.
I'm just gonna give those Arulians the stink eye right back.
Yes, they seem to be eyeballing the four of you somewhat menacingly. Very displeased that you've all taken the glory. Yep, and they're whispering to each other occasionally.
I'm going to come over to them and approach them while playing, going down in volume on my lyre playing and say, alas, the companions of poor Ashwood, brave Ashwood, will you be taking his body back to his family?
Yep, and the one with the large gloves, he looks at you and he says, yes, we shall after we kill the next Etten, but it is so far back to Erulia.
Be sure that his family receives this orichalcum.
He kind of nods at you and he recognizes that you did a very noble thing by giving some orichalcum, at least, to his family. So he kind of just nods an
So
acknowledgement. Yeah.
the three of you are planning to stay to see to the brother of this Etten.
Of course, that is our plan. Yes.
Yes. Well, it is to be expected after what Grinder did. We could use all the help we could get.
Ooh.
He looks back at you and says, tonight I will be staying in the long hall.
By yourself?
Yes.
That is either very brave or very foolish of you.
His friend looks at him and he kind of just like gives him a punch on the shoulder and says to him, no, I'll be staying with you as well. The two of us.
That would be wise. That would be wise. Young Ashwood here was a great fighter, so you say, and so I believe. And even he fell to this foul Etten. And we do not know whether the brother is the stronger of the two.
Yeah, the other friend who's, you haven't discovered his name yet anyway, but he hasn't actually given it, but he says, the two of us shall surely kill the brother of this Etten, and then we will take some glory as well.
Indeed, we shall be waiting outside. We will not come in and interfere, but if you need us, please do call.
Yeah, they nod their heads and go over to where this young maiden is carving up some more pork from the hog roast. Yeah, they seem to be chatting to her for some time now.
Maybe one of us should head over and begin a dialogue with the making.
Yes, he's still admiring the head of this Etten on the top of his longhouse, and eventually he does come down to join the rest of the village. And in his hand, you do see it's like a velvet sack. But you're not sure what's inside, but he heads to the four of you. First of all, he heads to Buddy. Then he says to Buddy, which one of you was the one who gave the killing blow to this Etten?
That would have been my brother Kindwolf. That bow he has, it has something magical about it. The spirits live in that bow, so they say.
He turns to Kindwolf and says, you've done a great deed by killing Grinder. That is half of our problem gone, but there still is another half. And he kind of motions to you to put your hand into this velvet sack.
Oh, I'll do so.
You've done us a great deed, Kindwolf. Please, this is the least I can give to you.
What do I see?
So yeah, if you put up your hand into this velvet sack, if you give me 6d6, please.
6. You want the total or the numbers?
Just the total's fine, yeah.
God. Do mathematics. 31.
Nice. So yeah, you can actually note that down on your character sheet. So you, as you put your hand in, just rummaging around, your fingers go over seems to be some kind of jewels, and eventually you pull one out, and it's an amber. Okay, and it's actually a 31 carat amber, so it's quite hefty, yeah. Then he turns to Buddy, and he bids you to do the same, to put your hand into this velvet sack, and
Bori quickly tries to wipe all of the spittle and the grease from the pork from his beard before he dips in his hand into the bag.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and Bori reaches in. Do I give you a roll or?
Yeah, if you give me 66 as well.
Okay, yep. 17. That is 24.
Yep, so you fish out a 24 carat amber. So for each 5 carats, it weighs 1 ort. So yeah, just so that you know, yeah.
Yep.
Then he turns to Owen, and he bids Owen to do the same.
Um, 14.
Yep, so you get one of these smaller semi-precious amber stones. It's 14 carat in total. And then he turns to Yoko. So if you give me 66, Anto.
Alrighty. That's 25.
Okay, so you get a 25 carat amber. That weighs 5 orts in total. So yeah. Just so you know, each carat, the real value is 15 copper. So yeah, you've got some nice little jewel there. You could use it for maybe crafting purposes, maybe later in the game or in another session. And yes, and then Lindenus turns to Kindwolf, gives you a smile. Kindwolf, the Etin Slayer. Will you be doing me one further favor tonight?
Anything for you, my lord.
I wish you would. There is still one of the other brothers, Gronda. And then, of course, there is the mother of the 2 Ettins. Now, she lives far away, to the northwest, far beyond the Dales. And she has a den below a black cliff and a waterfall. Now, if you stay here tonight, and if you kill Gronda, I bid you to seek out this wretched bitch and to slay her and to rid us of our problems. And I would make you and your friends and your kin wealthier than you could ever imagine.
I thank you for this grand opportunity, my lord. As to the brother, I have promised the companions of poor Ashwood the first chance at slaying, but we shall be standing by if we are needed. I feel it is right for them to try and avenge their friend, but it will not escape, whether it be by their hands or by ours. It shall fall tonight. And as to the mother, my nephews and my brother and I, we shall definitely take care of that foul spawn.
I consider it done, Lord.
He turns to you and he nods. Then he turns back to Kindwolf. You speak well, Bard of Hadnush. It is long since we have had people of such might, but we've cowered in fear for too long now. And you've given us hope.
Lord
Thank you.
Hadnush may have taken your people. It is now his turn to take these foul creatures. It is our pleasure to hasten them on their journey.
It matters not to me whether you are the ones to slay Gronda or if it is the friends of Ashwood. As long as this foul beast is dealt with, then I shall be happy. And if they take some of the glory, then so be it. And I understand that they wish to have vengeance for their fallen companion, Ashwood. Though it is somewhat strange and ill that he fell last night. Long have I seen such a warrior of such might and strength.
Indeed.
What do you say?
It is troubling. When we came in, I myself do not partake of the alcoholic beverages. For such a thing worries me. But he was smelling quite strongly of the mead, and I fear his idea of himself got too big, and he was a bit too drunk last night, and was surprised by the Etten.
And Bori begins to smell his cloak discreetly, wondering if that too smells quite like mead.
Yeah, and he turns to Bori and he says, "Most strange it is that a warrior would drink himself to his death ultimately before facing such a horrible creature as an Etten. Don't you think?"
I do, my lord, but even the bravest man needs some courage every now and then.
Well, perhaps you're right, and perhaps he had not tasted such a sweet mead in a long time.
Oh, my lord, the finest mead I've tasted to this day.
Then kill Gronda for me, and I shall give you a barrel of it.
And you can see Bori's face lights up, and he's trying very much not to literally jump up and down with excitement.
Now Father will never leave this land.
You know what, lad? I quite like it here.
Maybe we all can move here and live with you together.
And Bori, he just kind of makes some sort of like non-commental sound, like yeah.
Yeah, I imagine Bori would like the village of Linden, with it being more in the mountains.
Yes, he is. He is far more taken with it, to be honest. Yeah, it's the first time that Bori really feels at home in a.
Yep, and you can see some of the villagers. There's a couple of berserks. They begin to hang the body of Ashwood from this yew tree.
I'm going to go up to the yew tree and can I see any decent branches that'll make a good arrow out of it?
There is one on the ground, yeah, which potentially you could do if you give me. Do you want? Yeah, give me a. If you wish to spend some time like whittling away to make a shaft of some form, then you could. It'll take you some time, but yeah. Do you have that crafting?
No.
I do, if you want to ask me to help.
I'll see if I can. I just want to like get it from this tree and make it as like a gesture. I'll put it. What's the word? Like dedicate it. That's the word to Ashwood. I'll say hopefully this arrow will slay many a Etten.
Very good. Yeah, give me a crafting check.
12 and my -5. Luckily, I rolled pretty good.
Yep. So you have made arrows in the past. It's not one of your fortes, not one of your strengths. To make a decent shaft, at least it's an average quality shaft. You can do that, I would say. Pretty makeshift, but yeah, it's still good enough.
Yeah, and Bori takes out his whetstone and begins sharpening the head of his axe again.
And Owen heads over to Buri and he says, "Father, that girl over there. Do you think I should perhaps give her a gift to help her remember me before tonight?
Aye, lad, you definitely should, and maybe she has a cherry to give you too.
This joke goes over my head, but I say, so Father, how about this? The Ettenheart, is that a suitable gift? Is that something you would have given Mother?
No, lad. I believe I give her. Hold on now. Yes, I believe I give her 20 cabbages as as a dowry. But she respected that, and she knew I had good intention. Son. Perhaps I'm not the best person to talk to about women. I likes my own company.
And okay, I'm just bewildered by this response, and I'm just gonna excuse myself for thinking about cabbages and cherries now.
Do we have other brothers that we don't know about in other villages?
Yeah. Oh boy, he just becomes visibly more uncomfortable.
Take after the old man. He's gonna have a child in every village.
Aye, lad, it's all to do with the bloodline. Have to keep the bloodline pure. Make it diverse, lad. Every village in Prethenio.
Yeah, every village should have a body son. Yeah. Good. So yeah, does Owen wish to approach this fair maiden who is still busy turning the hog on the roast?
So yeah, I'm gonna approach, and even though it sounds insane maybe to my father, I am gonna offer this art and say, thank you for the apple and for making us feel like we can take on another Etten tonight with the food and everything. And I wanted to present you this gift, this fine pendant that I had made as a token of my appreciation.
Nice. Yeah, just give me a quick social skills check.
Okay. Four.
A 4 in total, yeah.
Oh,
So,
wait. I'm sorry. 4, 5. Wait, untrained -2. 5, 6. Okay, sorry, 7. Not that much better, but 7.
7, eh? She kind of half smiles at you at the beginning, and you can see her, like, these gunbolt blue eyes shining in the morning sunlight, and yeah, you obviously feel quite attracted to her. She's quite a beautiful young maiden, in fact. What's your charisma, by the way, Owen?
13 + 1.
Okay, so she sees you as quite an attractive young Fulean lad. She's quite taken aback at the beginning that you do offer this somewhat unusual pendant. She doesn't really know what it is, but she does in fact take it. She just looks at it in awe, out of awe and amazement, and you can see it does shine as well in the morning sunlight, as it is transparent, of course. It's quite nicely etched into the pendant. Yeah, so she looks over at you, looks you in the eye. For me? Why?
My father is very taken with this land, and I have reason to believe he may settle down here, and so I may end up perhaps staying here for a while. I'm not sure, and I must say I was so happy to receive the offering this morning, the food, and you're just such a fair sight on this morning after one of the most intense nights of my life.
She smiles at you and she said, "You are Owen, yes? One of the Etten Slayers."
Yes, I can tell Thomas has shared his notes with you.
Yeah, Thomas is just in the shade under the yew tree where Ashwood is dangling from above. Yeah, so she takes this pendant from you. I'm just going to make a check now. She actually has no idea what it is. She just knows that it's really beautiful. She looks at you again. I hope you spend some more time here.
Thank you. And if you have any questions about that pendant, perhaps I'll ask Thomas to share any. Perhaps he has some information on that might be of interest to you. But yes, I can tell by the look in my father's eye that we probably will be staying here. Plus, our job isn't done. We still have more Ettins to slay. So
she gives you a wry smile and says, "Could you help me to put it on?"
And red in the face, I sort of stumble and say, "Certainly," and then I try to help.
So she ushers to you to come behind where she has the counter with the fire and the hog roast, and
Maybe
a combination of you going red in the heat. You begin to sweat quite profoundly as you walk behind her, and you begin to put this this pendant on her from behind.
I imagine I catch my father's eye. I see the face he's making. Making some face, and I have to hold in any laughter or anything like that.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. Not good today. 5, 6, 5.
All right. So yeah, you're just too busy putting on this pendant on it. Yeah, and yeah.
Okay.
It's the first time you've seen a Fulayan maiden's back for a long time. So you're not.
Maybe you should do some sort of skill roll just to make sure he doesn't fumble when he puts this thing on.
Ties her hair up in it.
Yeah. Drops it down the front of her dress. If
you want me to, I will. But
the fans want you to.
What was the skill I'm checking for that?
Just acrobatics, I think.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. 11.
Yep. So you put it on quite well, and there's no protest from her whatsoever. Yeah.
Okay, and then I put it on, and then I imagine I go around her and just put my arms, just tap on the shoulders on both sides, and just say, "There you are, a fine addition to what I didn't think anything could make you more beautiful and striking, but this is a fine addition. It's the best I could do, I guess."
Yep, and she gives you another smile. She laughs mildly, and you can call me Clovisa.
Clovisa, I won't forget that name.
Would you like any more pork?
You must have heard my stomach when I was so close to you. Yes, please.
And she kneels down and she lifts up this small wooden box and hands it over to you and says, "Oh, do you like fennel?"
I start to tear up, and I say, "Don't mention this. Don't mention this around my father." But fennel reminds me of home, and I have definitely fond memories of fennel. But I won't be eating it with the pork. I think the apples are good enough for today.
Yeah, she laughs and tells you how much she likes to have pork with fennel.
I'm thinking in my head, here we go again.
Doomed to repeat our parents' mistakes.
And with this, I say thank you, and I try to excuse myself nicely, feeling like perhaps this might not work now.
Yeah, give me a perception check, please.
Okay. Uh, 7.
Yeah, so you can see one of Ashwood's companions. He's just really eyeballing you right now. Very menacing look on his face. He's been watching you handling this fair maiden, Clarissa, and you can tell he's quite jealous.
I'm gonna ask Clarissa, may I have the fennel, please? I changed my mind.
Yeah, so you can walk back and take the fennel, yes.
Okay, and then I'm gonna bring the fennel over to him, to this person, the companion of Ashwood, and I'm gonna hand it over and say, this is a delicacy where I come from. Perhaps in honor of Ashwood, you can eat this, and it'll give you some strength for the battle tonight.
Yeah, and as you hand over this fennel, he kind of just slaps your hand, and the fennel goes crashing to the ground and scatters all over everywhere.
Does Clarissa see this happen?
No, she's turned her back and she's now busy again cutting some more slices of pork.
Do
Okay.
I see this? Oh,
Well, if you give me a perception check,
already.
you'll go.
It's a 7.
No, you don't see what's going on.
Already.
Okay. I'm gonna smile for a second, and then I'm gonna grab him by the arm and pull him close and tell him, you should thank the gods that she didn't see you disrespect, or Clarissa didn't see you disrespect her food like that. And I'm gonna say, you better walk away right now from this fallen fennel right here.
Yep, and as you do, he just kind of lowers his head and stares at you with his menacing eyes and tries to shove you on the chest.
Okay.
And he says to you, Clarissa will be mine.
You Aurelians don't know the meaning of anyone else having anything besides you, do you? You're very selfish people.
Then he says to you, fight me, maggot. I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yell out like like kind of, and I'm gonna gladly accept. Hopefully, my yell. I wanted to get the attention of my family, but so they can see this.
He immediately takes off his gloves and says, "Give me a fist fight."
Are we anywhere nearby?
Well, Anto is not. I believe he's with over with Thomas by the yew tree.
Yeah, I'm probably over there still carving my arrow as well.
Yeah. But if you give me a perception check, you might see something.
Yep. That is 10.
No, I'm afraid you don't either. No.
Okay. I'm gonna bury my fists into the fennel that's on the ground to try to get them to think like the fennel, you know. and I'm gonna gladly accept this challenge.
All right, so the two of you are you're gonna settle this difference by having a Foulet duel, which will be, I will say it's a fist fight. So the first one to draw blood wins.
Okay.
In normal practice, yeah, it won't be a fight to the death.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna have a bare knuckle fight. A few of the younger boys, they come around. They know what's going to happen. They just sit down, kind of excited. In fact, they are. Amongst them, you have the curly-haired, red-headed boy, whose new hero is Kind Wolf. And so, well, and you have to work out what your MEOV is without weapons and all that. You know, it's just
Okay.
unarmed.
So. Okay, so -1 OV.
Yeah, and -5 DV. Yeah.
Okay. So my OV would be +3. And then DV ME would be 10, and then 11 if you count dodge.
Yep, there's definitely enough space for the two of you for dodging. So yep. Good.
If you can,
So let's speak. Yeah. So yeah, he kind of raises up his two fists, getting into a boxing stance, and the two of you start circling a little bit. Let's give me an initiative roll, so you gets the first strike.
Oh, jeez. 2.
Okay, well, he got a 6. So,
Oh, man. Off to a good start.
What's your initiative?
2.
Okay, so yeah, he gets in the first blow. Let's see if it's any good.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 3 if you count the size. So 3.
Oh, right, yeah. So he's got a 13 on the dice.
Ooh.
Plus 2, that'll be 15.
If you face all these Ettins and then get punched to death, it's gonna be really disappointing.
Well, hopefully you won't see it.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to change this a little bit. I might say the first one he was either knocked down or knocked out or win.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so you got a total of 11 defense.
Yep.
Okay, so he lands a rather good hit as he comes in with a front jab to your jaw area. It's going to be damage +1, so that would be okay. So this is going to be 2 damage.
Okay.
Do you have any AV?
Well, I imagine I'm not wearing my helmet, but I probably am wearing my armor, so it would be 2.
All right, so let's say you take one damage then.
Okay.
Yeah, for that purpose, and it doesn't cause you to bleed, so you're okay in that sense. I'm gonna roll for shock now. Yeah, because bleeding it's a +6 to the dice roll, and for shock it's a +2.
Okay.
So no, you're not stunned. So you take this blow pretty well, in fact. And now it's your turn to strike.
All right. 11, 14. I got 17.
Wow, nice. Yeah, so you beat his defense pretty well, and that's going to be a good hit. So that's damage +2. So you do a total of 3 damage to him.
Okay.
Okay. So if you give me a cut +5 to this.
17.
Yeah, no way. And give me shock, and that will be +1.
Jeez. 12, 16.
Yeah. So yeah, next round then. He's going to come at you again. This time he's going to try and come in with a hook from the side. It's not as good as before, but it's a total of 12. So it just beats your defense, I think. Correct?
Yeah, I have 11 defense.
Yeah. So it doesn't do any damage.
Okay.
Yeah. You come in with your next punch.
Yeah. Uh, 12.
12. Yep, you beat his defense by 1, but it doesn't do any damage either.
Okay.
Third round, he comes in and gets a 10, so he misses. You're able to sidestep this.
All right. I'm gonna try to take him down now. 10, 12, 15.
15, yeah, you beat his defense by 4, so
All right.
it's a good hit, rather good hit, damage +1, so you do, yeah, 1 more HP loss for him. Give me a roll for cut +6.
Okay. Um, 15.
That's nothing, and shock +2.
No, 15, 17. Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, so you catch him just on the side of his nose. It's not enough to stop him, though. He comes back at you now. Round
He's breathing
4.
in that fennel that's on my fist.
He is, yeah. And he fumbles. Yeah, in fact. So got a 4 on the dice. Let me roll, see what happens now. It's an 8, so it's just he just misses basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, 12.
12, yeah, you beat his defenses, but it's not enough to cause any damage.
Okay.
So this is round 5 now, so you know we've lost 5 stamina points, by the way. So yeah. Okay, 15. That beats your defenses. Yeah, so that will be a good hit. So damage is just 1 hit point now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you lose nothing for cuts and for shock. No.
Okay. Uh, 14.
Yeah, 14 hits. Yep, so you do 2 damage. Give me a roll for cuts.
2, 3, 4. And it's +6 or?
Yeah.
10.
That's nothing. Roll for shock. +2.
Eight.
Yep, so you stun him.
Finally.
Yeah. So you get some minus. He can't attack next round.
Okay.
He loses 2 to his defenses. So, yeah, give him another hit to see what happens.
16.
Ooh.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, you beat his defense by 8, in fact. So that's a excellent hit damage plus 6.
All right.
So yeah, loses 6 hit points. He's really blooded now. Yeah, give me a roll for the cut and shock. So cut will be plus 3.
7, 8, 10.
Yeah, that's nothing there. And for shock minus with a -1.
9.
Yeah, so you stunned him once more. Yeah, so he's really getting really battered and bruised now by your punches. Looks like you can probably finish him off with one more punch, knock him down. Give me another roll.
Yeah. Okay, 9, 10, 14.
Yeah. Okay, so you do more damage to him. Give me a cut with a +4.
13.
And a shock with a -2.
6.
Yeah, so this time you do... no, you stun him, but he's clearly had enough. He's...
That's how you do it.
Yep, so you've really done him in, and he kind of, doesn't want to fight anymore, doesn't want to take part.
Now he'll gladly eat some fennel off the ground.
Yep, and as he's still he's kind of groveling on the ground, Body walks over with Kind Wolf and Yoko, and they see what's been going on. You can see some blood on Owen's knuckles.
Is this your doing, my son?
It is, Father, but I had good reason.
And Bori claps him on the back and begins howling in laughter. Two idiots brawling over the glance of a maiden, and you wonder why I left your mother.
I think I understand fennel better now than I ever have. It's cursed.
Aye, that it is, lad, that it is. And Bori just begins howling with laughter when he understands the situation. There's just tears rolling down his face at the stage. It's just his whole face has gone red. He's just crying and laughing. He just can't.
I enjoy this moment with my father. It's a lot of fun, even though I had to go through that.
I'll talk to what was the guy's name you just beat up? I forget.
Yep. So his name was 1 moment.
Fumble.
Yes.
Fumbly.
His name was Zvezhand.
Zvezhand.
Yeah.
I take it this matter is now settled. Is he even conscious?
Prop him up next to Ashwood.
He's kind of just like spitting out some blood from his mouth and take the girl if you wish. I should still take the Etten tonight.
Good, good.
Aye, lad, I'll be sure to tell your mother next time we're back home. Not good conduct from you, but I have to say I'm proud. Learn your lesson and don't get so excited over some maiden next time.
Yeah, now I know. I learned something new today. So
no harm done, lad. Say that young lass you were talking to. She does remind me an awful lot of your mother at her age. Yes, yes. Those blue eyes, that gorgeous blonde hair, yes. You could do worse if you could stand the taste of fennel.
Maybe now you can understand why I went over there. But it was honestly just for her honor. He disrespected her, so.
Aye, lad, I know the Arulian type. I remember one of them said something to your mother a long time ago, and well, enough said. Let's.
Yeah, enough said. I sort of like crack my knuckle a little bit and just roll my shoulders and head back with my family.
Yep, and the afternoon slowly turns into early evening time, and the temperature is still pretty high. It's around 25 degrees now.
Whoa, very warm.
Yeah, so it's a very warm evening, in fact. Many of the villagers have gone back to their homes. The makings is in his hall. He's preparing again another banquet, inviting the four of you plus the other two travelers to join him in his long haul for another feast. If you wish to join him, then that would be the most honourable thing to do.
Yep, and Bori isn't gonna pass up another chance for a fine meal and a horn of mead again. Second night running, so.
Yeah, I'm hungry again.
Skip the formation drills for the rest of the day, considering how you stood up for yourself.
Oh, that's a lot coming from you, brother. Thank you.
I'm going to. So we've still got a few hours before the feast, do we?
Well, the feast is going to take place right about now. In fact, it's getting on to evening time. Yeah. Yep. So, your new friend, I forgot his name now.
Svensson.
Yeah, that's it. He's sat with his other companion, awaiting the thralls to bring out some of the food and the mead.
And yeah, Bori gives the two of them an ingratiating smile and a very exaggerated wave. Are you well, lads? Good to see you again tonight.
And you can see him. His face is a little bit bruised, and he's looking a bit worse for wears. Not too happy to see the four of you, of course.
No.
Yeah, I raise my cup up to him with a smile too, and sort of give a wink.
God, we're really doing our best to piss these guys off.
Well, I mean, we're doing it for their own safety, so they don't get killed tonight. Like,
Yeah, they live. They can learn some manners.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're very, very greedy. Yeah.
Yep, they definitely want the honor for themselves. Yep, it seems anyway. Yep, so the evening goes on and on as you're feasting, you're dining, drinking, living what seems to be the good life for the past day or two. Then slowly, darkness appears, and many of the guests leave the long hall. The making as well, he begins to leave. And now you just have Sversand and his companion and the four of you. So there's just 6 of you remaining now in the long hall.
Suppose we honor our word and leave them to it.
Brother, do you really think that their fate is going to be any different than Ashwood's.
Well, they might have more luck.
There'll be 2 heads ripped off instead of 1.
Yes, so yeah, Bori walks out and he walks past these 2 warriors, and he just really only says, "Best of luck to you, lads. I hope this beast gives you no trouble."
Yep, and they raise their mead horns to you, buddy, and then they drown them. They drink all of the contents.
And Bori just like, "Ha ha! At least they know how to drink."
Yeah. I'm gonna whisper to Svensson after. I'm gonna say, aim for the eye. I think you'll have a lot of luck if you aim for his eye.
Yeah, he just scowls at you somewhat.
Yeah, sort of skip out merrily.
And what time is it now?
It's getting on for about midnight now.
Okay.
So yeah, it's dark. Yeah, in the Thulean summer.
Well, I say we shouldn't tamper with a tried and true formula. Let us see what happens tonight and watch from the same vantage point.
Yep, and Thomas is with you. It's a very warm and muggy evening. About 22 degrees now. Clear sky, very light air.
It's been a very warm day, in fact.
It has, yeah.
I thought it was just me.
It's actually one of the warmest Thulean months in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, one off, yeah. Good. So, do you wish to go to the same place as you did last night?
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah.
Okay. And as you do, you obviously you don't need any blankets or anything because it's so warm. You wait a couple of hours and there's no sign of anything. It's very, very quiet. In fact, just again the occasional sound of the odd owl in the distance, and that's about it, really. You wait another hour, and again, there's nothing going on. Only up until about after 4 hours, then something does approach the village from the outside, and you don't even have to roll a perception check. It kind of seems to be jogging almost in a somewhat happy state over to the palisade. It seems a little bit different to Grinder in any sense. It's a little bit bigger. It's actually carrying. Actually give me a perception check now just to make out what it's carrying.
Whoa, 20.
Wow.
Oh, 12.
Only 21, actually.
Because
I got a +1 to perception.
Hadnush has lent you his eyes.
Mm.
So you do make out what seems to be he seems to be carrying a spear. Seems to have quite a hefty shield as well, this ogre.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And he's definitely not skin naked. He's wearing what looks to be some kind of like a boiled leather armor.
Looks like the brother may be a bit more wise in the ways of wars than poor Grinder.
Well, there's 2 Arulians now, so they should be fine.
I think we should get a little closer just in case.
I was definitely in jest. They're gonna need our help.
I know. You just have a fight with the guy.
I'll ask Thomas quietly. Have you ever seen a ogre dress itself in armor and arm itself this way?
Thomas turns to you and he says, "Well, it's not so unusual. In fact, they often do pick up the wares of Fuleans like ourselves. It's not their custom to use weapons, but if they do find wares and armor and shields, they will use them. That is my knowledge. To the best of my knowledge, yes.
I thought they were mindless.
Well, I have to tell you that the forest Ettins are somewhat different to the other Ettins you may have heard of in tales when you were younger.
I'm just worried about this. Like that spear gives him a hefty initiative bonus, plus his size. You know,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Gronda somewhat merrily clambers over the palisade wall, just kind of throws his shield and spear over, and then climbs over, picks them up again, and kind of just almost dancing over to the makings hall. He senses that there are people inside.
Does he perceive the head of his brother hanging over the door?
He does indeed, yes, he does, and yeah, he does see that head, but he does nothing with it so far.
Okay.
And he goes inside, in fact.
I think this is our cue to approach.
Brother, if I saw your head on a great hall, I would show more emotion than that.
I believe that's what separates us from the Ettins.
Aye, lad, there'll be no Boris and heads hanging from long halls for many years yet.
Do you wish to go over straight away, or do you wish to wait some minutes?
I'd like. We should approach so we can at least listen.
We should try be quiet though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you do approach, as you are at the beginning of this small hill or mound where the making hall is built upon, you definitely can hear out the sounds of weapons being clashed upon shields and armor. Seems to be a bit of a ferocious fight going on.
I had the javelin ready on my sling just in case.
Ori makes a quick prayer to the spirits that the Arulian warriors' weapons might be guided true on this night, and we'll have no need to intervene.
I'm going to approach the door.
Yep, and just before you approach the door, you do hear out this. It's not quite a scream, but it's. You do hear a sound of like the breath leaving the man for the last time. Let's say as he's being struck down.
Oh, here we go.
that sounds like the cry to Hadnush, lads.
And as you do approach, you do then see Gronda pulling back his winged spear as it's completely gone into the midsection of one of the two Erulians. He pulls it out.
Need you our aid now, Arulian?
And he's about to strike at Gronda. And it looks like you just distracted him for a moment. And as you distract him, Gronda takes the upper hand. And he strikes him with the shaft of his spear. And it knocks him down. Pulls back his mighty arm. Drives the winged spear into the throat of the other Arulian. And he dies.
I don't think I'm ever going to be welcome in Arulia.
and you can hear Gronda, he's almost like laughing to himself now, wickedly, as he knows he's got a bit of a feast for himself.
Well, if his back's turned, I'm gonna let loose a javelin. If I'm
Yeah, I'm gonna let fly that spanking new arrow that I made.
Very well. Okay. Distance-wise, looking at about 40 feet, I would say.
Alright.
So,
That's well within.
for a javelin, it would be beyond short range anyway.
I think Bori is going to try find a nearby table and try take a bit of cover to see if he can scope out what's happening
Okay.
a bit better.
For you, Anta, you get a -2.
I have a light javelin with a knocked in a spear sling. Is it just past my range?
It's a light javelin. Yeah, so you're basically you're at medium range, so I'll give you a -2. If the two of you wish to give me an initiative check now, just to see who goes first.
I have a 10 with the +4.
Is initiative Dex? I forget.
Yep. 10.
And then anything for having the bow out?
Yeah, I get a +4 for that.
15 then.
Wow. Okay. 15. Jesus.
Was that a 1d6 or a 3d6?
1d6.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. 6.
6.
That's
Okay.
better.
So yeah, Anto, give me an attack roll.
All right, and this is at -2.
Correct.
OVMI. Okay, so -1 total. That's only a 7.
Yeah, your javelin goes. It's way off the mark. In fact, it's several feet to the left of Gronda. It actually lands on one of the walls to the left and just stays in place and just vibrates heavily for several seconds. Gronda sees it and he just bellows out another wicked laughter. Turns around. Now he's got his front to the four of you. As Kind Wolf releases one of his arrows. Give me an attack roll.
16.
16 does hit him, yes. So,
regular?
Just damage.
Yeah, my thing is to be too long. D6 plus strength. That's 6 damage.
So yeah, your arrow does beat his armor and his physical toughness anyway, so you do a little bit of damage there. Yep, so give me a roll for cut, please. With a -1. No, -2, sorry.
2. 11.
That's no bleeding wound, and for shock, because of his size bonus, this will be a +6.
On top of my already +3, or is it just...
So whatever you roll +6.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
nowhere near yet. Okay.
Oh.
You see Gronda now. You can actually quite clearly see he's only got one eye. His other eye is blinded. And he begins to bash his wing spear on his large shield. Tries to intimidate you.
Maybe we should do a morale check, actually.
Yep, you will do, yep.
Mm.
And give me a -3 as well to this.
Okay.
Mm. Oh, jeez. 1 with the -3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's just D6, yeah?
No, 3d6.
Oh, okay.
So 3d6. You can add your will as well to this.
Yeah, okay. That will be
I got 12.
I got 13.
I'm at 11.
Yep, so the three of you are okay. David, so what did you get in the end?
1.
A 1.
Oh, God.
I rolled a 4. Minus 3.
So you actually panic and
Oh
you
no!
flee.
The Eden
I flee.
Slayer is left.
Oh.
I'm feeling extra bad about having caused the death of another Aurelian. It's on my conscience.
And you can see Thomas is behind you. He's just documenting everything as he sees you fleeing. And yeah, so you panic and you flee for D6 rounds. Yep.
Do I roll it?
I'm gonna roll for that. So you only one round, in fact.
Oh, for God's
Because I just rolled a 6. So that's good.
Okay.
Maybe he dropped something and he wanted to go get it. Like he dropped one of his arrows.
Yeah. Do you guys see that back there?
So let's see. You will. Yeah. So you run. What's your tempo, David?
Ooh. No, work that out. 40 plus 5 times strength. 45.
Right. So, if you're running, then that will be. Let's see. Your tempo multiplied by 2, so 90 feet.
Mm.
Why don't you give me an acrobatics check as well?
12 plus 13.
Okay, so you're running, but you don't fall over. And you only run for one round, which isn't too bad. In the meantime, James...
Tactical reposition.
Yeah. James, Fionn, and Anta, what do you wish to do?
Well,
approaches.
Bori is probably... I don't have any form of ranged weapon at all, so...
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Tell my brother.
Maybe we can try circle him and just make it a bit more difficult.
Yes. I say after we charge, assume defensive formation and we'll tire him out.
Yeah, so charge first.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're both warriors, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you can charge together, and Bonnie, if you wish, you can. You're not a warrior, are you? So I mean, you can.
No. I can just run in.
Yeah, I'll allow you to run in. Yeah, but you won't get that bonus for charging.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'll do that.
Okay. So Anto and James, give me initiative, please. Add any weapon mods on your decks.
I'm at 8.
Okay.
What is the weapon mod for spear? I don't know what.
+4.
Oh, okay. 10, 11.
Okay. Actually, Anto, what weapon are you using?
I have my hand axe. I added my size and my good reflexes.
Okay. Well, actually, James will go first then because he's got a spear.
Yep.
Right. So give me your roll then. You get a +2 plus attack.
Okay. 12. Oh wait, no, sorry. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. Sorry.
Yep. So as you're running in with your spear, thrust out at Gronda, but he's surprisingly quick, and you miss.
Okay.
Anto, give me a roll +2.
Well, not looking good. It's just a 9 total.
Yep, you're way off the mark as well.
Ooh.
Over to Buddy.
Yep. Initiative. No, sorry. Just attack.
Actually, because you're not charging, so yeah, give me a roll for initiative.
Oh, okay. It's 3 altogether.
Okay, so In actual fact, Ronda will strike before you do.
Hmm.
Okay. And he goes for you, buddy.
Brilliant.
Okay. So 19.
Oh, fuck. That's really good. My DV is 13, including dodging. So
Okay, so that's a good hit. So that's damage +2. So to you, he does a total of 1 on dice, so 3. What's your AV?
to my sorry, OV.
What's your armor value?
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry. It is +2. Sorry.
Okay, so you take 1 hit point of damage.
Okay, that's not too bad.
That's all right. Now rolling for cut and shock. Does give you a light bleeding though.
Oh, lovely.
So it does catch you just on your tricep area.
Mm-hmm.
Causes bleeding wound there. But you're not shocked, so you can strike back straight away.
Okay. And light bleeding was it 1 HP lost every
10
hour?
rounds?
Every hour, sorry, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, it's probably not going to be worrying in this immediate fight then. Okay, so will I make an attack roll?
Yep, please.
Yeah. That is 13.
Okay, so you come in with your large battle axe.
Sorry, 14. 14. Probably doesn't make any difference, but
Seems like you're about to strike him dead on in the chest, but he moves out of the way just in time.
Mm.
Okay, so we'll go over to the next round. David, over to you.
Well, I'm going to snap myself out of it, kind of overcome by a bit of guilt distracting that guy and the horror of seeing this Etten impale him. And I'm going to say, damn it, man, damn it, and jog back.
Okay.
I presume that's going to take me at least a turn.
Yeah, you could spend the whole turn running back if you wish.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, just give me an acrobatics check.
Mm-hmm. It's 11.
Yeah, so fortunately you don't fall over, and in the time it takes you to run back, you see your brother and 2 nephews engaged in melee with Ronda.
I'm coming.
And over to James.
Okay. Attack with my spear. Okay, so 18.
18, nice. So you get a hit.
All right.
Roll for damage.
Okay. Three.
3 unfortunately does no damage to Ronda.
Okay.
He's a big boy. Okay, Anto.
Alrighty, attacking. Bad rolls. So that's only 11.
Yeah, again, unfortunately, 11 is way off target. And now, Ronda. This time goes for James. Goes for Owen. Okay, 19.
Okay. So with the formation, including dodge, I have 18.
Okay, so beats your defense.
Mhm.
3 damage. What's your AV?
3.
Okay, so you take it like a champion, yeah. No problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Over to Body.
Yep. Excellent. So, it's not great. 11.
Yeah, 11 misses, I'm afraid.
Yep.
Remember to lose 1 stamina per round.
Yep.
2 for the charge, and if you do offensive or defensive fighting, it's also 2 stamina points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, David.
Have I made it back to the doorway?
You have indeed. Bow in
Right.
hand.
Gonna let fly again.
Okay.
Not gonna run away this time. Nice. So, 14, 16 total.
16 hits. It's going to be damage plus 1.
6 damage again.
Good. So he loses. He kind of doesn't really scream out in pain. Seems to be somewhat annoyed more than anything. Yeah, roll for cuts, please, with a -2.
Hey, that's 2.
2.
Yeah,
Nice.
rolled 4 again. I rolled the same as my fumble.
So he gets a serious bleeding wound.
Yes.
So he's going to lose 1 HP for 6 round, and it turns into a medium bleeding. So that's you found the chink in his armor, it seems. Roll for shock, please.
With +5 again?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. 16.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, obviously it's going to be difficult to shock a forest ogre with an arrow.
Never.
Yeah. Right, so we're over to James.
Okay. Uh, 13.
Okay, 13 misses, I'm afraid. Anto.
Alrighty. Send another attack his way. Oh, maybe. 16.
16 does hit. Roll for damage.
Alrighty. I have a 6 on the dice.
Yeah. As it was a near miss, its damage halved. So unfortunately, it does no damage.
And then, yeah, his armor takes the rest of it already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Over to Gronda. It goes for you this time, Anto.
Okay.
12.
I'm at 17 with formation and dodge.
Yep, so he misses. Over to Buddy.
Okay. 9.
9 misses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, back to David.
Gonna let fly again.
Okay.
Actually, no. I've got full favor points at the moment, so I'm going to call out to Hatush for divine aid. May he guide my bow, or guide my arrow, rather.
Okay. So, do you wish to cast a spell or ask for divine aid?
Divine aid. I don't know any spells.
Okay, one moment. Yes, this is divine help. Yeah. Okay, so if you give me, give me 3d6 plus your
Religious tradition.
religious tradition. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. Got 10, 12, 14. I think. Wait. Yes, 14.
14. So that is a semi-success.
Ooh.
So Hadnush will send the weakest creature he can to your aid.
Awesome.
Which I need to find out now.
An ant.
A fennel monster.
Just slip on a piece of fennel and die.
It's gonna be yeah.
A fennel ant.
Has to be some sort of like rat or something like.
Yeah, like a black widow spider.
Yeah, basically it's either a giant rat or a rat swarm.
Can I go the rat swarm? Which one's better? Come on, Hadnush. It's me, your boy.
I think potentially the swarm, because it would take him longer to deal with the entire swarm.
Yeah.
I think somebody's dog is agreeing
Yeah.
in the background. Well, if the rat swarm is better, then he would send a giant rat because it's weaker.
It's your decision.
Yeah, he's going to send a giant rat to assist you. Good old Hadnush.
And is that my entire round, or can I?
Yeah, that's your entire round. And that will
fire out of his bow.
that will happen next round. Yeah. So this giant rat comes out of nowhere and very good. So yeah, we'll see how that affects things. Might be a nice meat shield anyway.
Yes.
Okay, back to James.
Oh, 15.
15 just misses. Okay, Anto.
Alrighty. Take off my stam. Not looking good. That's a 12, so that'll be another miss.
That indeed is a miss. Yeah.
I'd have to go to defensive fighting.
Okay, so Gronda will go for Buddy this time again.
Okay.
Ooh, this is not looking good. Oh dear.
Yeah.
21.
Brilliant. My DBME is going to be 13.
It lands an excellent hit. Damage
Well.
+6.
Fantastic.
Okay, so you take 12 damage.
Oh my god. That leaves me with 1 HP.
1 HP.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. What did you start out with?
I had 14.
Okay.
And then I took the 1 damage from that scrape at the start of the round. I think it was in the first or second round, and now 12 HP would bring me to 1. So that's a serious. That's a critical damage. Yes.
It
Brother, no.
It does in fact break your jaw.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I'm just on the ground now. Like
You'll finally shut up about fennel.
It'll be all he can eat now.
So this creature just smashes Bori in the face with the heft of his spear, and Bori just crumples to the ground, like just just crumpled. It doesn't move.
Yeah, and just yeah, you can't attack this round.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are stunned. Yeah. Okay, so the next round, this giant rat out of nowhere just runs past Kind Wolf, actually between his legs, up towards Gronda, and will attack Gronda. Yes. Let's see what happens. And he misses.
God damn. Yeah. I'm going to lose an arrow anyway.
Okay. If you have, do you have a will modifier, a positive modifier?
Just 0.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, so you can't use power of will.
Is there anything I can use? Okay. 15. No, 14. Sorry.
Yep, give me damage +1.
3.
3, unfortunately, does no damage. Okay. Over to the two sons, if they can save their father.
May I use power of will? I have a +1.
Yeah, sure. So give me 46 and choose the best 3.
Okay, 5, 9, 10, 12, 16.
Yep, 16 hits. Give me
Finally.
give me a roll for damage.
Okay. 4.
Yeah, unfortunately, you do no damage.
Oh, okay. I tried, Dad. I tried.
Okay, over to Andor.
Alrighty, I'm using willpower on this one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mark one off. That's a 16.
Yep, give me a roll for damage.
Alrighty. That's a D8. That's 5. So
Yep.
probably nothing, right?
It's good. You do some damage. Roll for cut, please, with a -1.
Of course, I have to roll good on that one. That's 13.
No, and roll for shock. Be with a +4.
Yeah, it's 18, so.
Yeah, that's okay. So Gronda now attacks James. So another high roll on the dice. That's going to be 21 again.
Okay. 18 is my total DVM.
Yeah, so it does beat. It's a damage +1. That is 9 in total. What's your AV?
3.
So you lose 6 hit points.
Okay.
There's no cuts. And you're not stunned either.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay. Over to you, David. Well, Fionn, I guess, are you crawling away, or?
Yeah, and not that it makes much difference, but I realized that I actually have 3 HP because I never took into account my AV.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
but I'm not sure there's much difference between 1 and 3 HP. Yeah, I would just like to spend this round trying to get it out of range if I can.
Yep, good. So over to David.
I'm gonna call to my brother. Bori, come to me quick. And kabooey. 9, 15 again. Oh.
Yep, 15 hits. Give me damage +2, please.
I've never rolled so many 15s in my life. 3 damage.
Yep, afraid it just hits his shield. And over to the next round. So back to the top again. Back to James.
Okay. Uh, 16.
16 hits. Yep,
Oh,
damage.
Okay. 7.
Nice. So you do quite a bit of damage there, in fact. Yeah, give me a roll for cut, please, with a -3.
4.
Nice. That's a medium bleeding wound. And shock, give me +3.
No. 14.
Yeah, so there's no effect there.
Okay.
Over to Anto.
Alright, I have a question. Does he have a medium or a small shield?
It's medium.
Okay, I'm gonna. Well, my axe gives me +1. I'm gonna start adding that.
Oh yeah, very good. Yeah.
I just double checked it. So as them footnotes. I'm gonna use my last will on this. I have a +2.
Okay.
That's only a 14, unfortunately.
Yeah, that doesn't break his defenses.
Alright.
Now he's going to attack first before the rat because of the size difference. He actually goes for the giant rat this round. So he lands a. I mean, the giant rat does have a dodging of +5 in all its defense. That's pretty good. So that's a rather good hit. Damage +1. 6. So basically, it's Gronda just like skewers the rat like a kebab.
No, Ratty, my only friend in the world.
He lifts up his great spear and just shakes the rat off and throws it against the wall. And the rat hits the right side of the great hall and blood everywhere and slithers down.
I'll sing a song for him. Not right now.
So yeah, that's the end of Hadnush's rat. Over to James. Yeah, by now, Buddy is actually, I suppose, with his brother.
Yep.
You still got that bleeding wound, don't you?
Oh, okay. 15.
I do, but I think it's only 1 HP loss every hour.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got 19.
19.
Yeah.
Nice. That
6
is
of 4.
give me damage +2.
Okay. Eight.
Wow. That's good. Good hit. Okay, give me shock with a -3.
10.
That's nothing, I'm afraid. And yeah, shock +3.
No, nothing. 15. 18. Yeah.
No, yeah. Okay, Anto.
Alrighty. Here comes an attack. Get that stamina off. So Another 14. What do you know?
14 misses, I'm afraid. Okay. Gronda's turn. He goes for James. And he fumbles.
Ooh.
Let's see what happens.
My second fumbler of the day.
You have an aura around you.
Fumbles Bane.
That's a 2 on the dice.
Kills himself.
Actually, this is attacker hits himself instead.
Awesome.
Takes damage as if he'd been hit by his own weapon.
Hey.
Wow. Okay.
Cool.
Let me roll for damage.
That's impressive.
That's 7, so he does actually take damage from his own blow. Oh man.
That's really impressive with a winged spear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw his own foot or something.
There's no cuts.
If he kills himself with this whole thing.
Oh wow, that's a low roll. He does stun himself.
Owen's aura.
Yeah.
He does stun himself, yeah. So his defenses will be weakened for this turn, and he won't be able to attack, of course. So over to David.
I'm sort of looking down to make sure my brother's, still with us in the mortal realm. And seeing that the ogre's shocked, I'm going to let loose a 16 this time. Wait. Yeah, 16 this time.
Good. So that will be a excellent hit now. Damage plus 6.
Yes.
Rolled a damn one, so 8 damage.
Okay. Still decent though, actually. Give me a roll for cut with a -3.
-3, I got 7.
Light bleeding this time. And shock will be +4.
A lot. 16 again.
Yeah, so right, over to James.
Okay. 16.
That will be a rather good hit, damage +1.
6.
Nice. You are actually grinding him down. He's taken several hits now.
Grinding Gronda.
Yeah. Yeah, give me a cut roll with a -2.
8.
Yep, another light bleeding. And shock with a +2.
14.
Yeah, so there's no shock there. Okay, over to Anton.
I'm ready. Spend the stem. Make an attack. Brother. 12.
Yep, 12 hits. Roll for damage.
Hello. That must be the stun. That's a 5.
Yep, you beat his defenses again. Give me a roll for cut with a -1.
Already. That'll be 12.
Nope, and shock with a -3. Sorry, plus 3.
+3 already. That's 13.
Okay, so now Gronda regains his senses, and back over to David again.
Gonna let loose again. I spent all my favor points on that rat, didn't I? Does that take everything? Yeah.
Yes.
Worth it. What's that? 12.
12. Just hits.
Hey. 5 damage.
Yep. Good. Roll for cut with a -2.
8.
It's another light bleeding.
Hey.
And
Bleeding
shock.
to death. With a +5 again, that's a lot. That's 18. Jeez.
Yeah, no chance yet. Right, over to James.
Okay. $16.
16 hits. Yeah. Roll for damage.
Oh, 5.
5, yeah. Okay, give me cut with a -2.
Nothing.
Okay.
18.
Right. Shock will be +4.
13.
No. Okay, over to Anto.
Alrighty. Comes an attack. It's 16.
Yep. Roll for damage.
Alrighty. 6.
Nice. Yeah, give me a cut with a -1.
Alrighty. High roller here. 13.
Okay. And shock with +3.
Alrighty. A 13 again.
Yeah, no effect.
Alright.
So this time Gronda goes for Anto. Okay. 18.
I have 17 with dodge and formation.
Okay, so he does break your defense. 5.
Alrighty, I have AV of 1, so I take 4.
Okay. And you take a light bleeding wound as well.
Okay.
But you're not shocked, so that's okay. Yeah, I mean, Gronda is looking really battered now. And we're over to David.
Sorry, I just had to wrestle my husky. I'm going to let another arrow go. What's that? 5, 16 again. Gee.
Nice, that's a hit. Give me damage +2.
8.
Wow.
Finally.
Yep, give me a roll for cut with a -3.
11.
Okay. And shock will be +4.
Hey. 6, 7, 8, 10.
Oof, just out, I'm afraid. Yeah, so he's not shocked.
These are heavy arrows.
Yeah. Yep, so over to James.
All right. 15.
15. That's a near miss. Damage halved.
Okay. Is it rounded down or up?
I believe so. No, it'll be rounded up unless it's otherwise says.
Okay. Then it would be 5.
5. Okay. That's fine. Yep. Give me a roll for cut with a -2.
6.
It's another light bleeding. He's got 2 medium bleeding wounds and 4 light bleeding wounds. Roll for shock. +4.
15.
Yeah, nothing. Right, Anto. Over to you.
All right, this is the last round before I get tired, so
Mhm.
hope I make it worth it.
See if you can make it count.
Yep. Oh, this better be worth it. Let's see. 18.
18. That is damage +1.
Nice. So that would be 6 total.
Right, so you see the now stumbling Ronda, his armor and shield have been battered. He's got several arrows and cuts and thrust wounds. You actually managed to deal a death blow, Anto. So describe how you kill Ronda.
Nice.
This is like drawing on the reserves of my energy before I get tired. Remembering my father crawl away, my brother getting nicked at, me getting nicked at, the 2 poor men, and there's this window of opportunity opens, and I see just this opening, just a soft spot, and the axe comes flying in and buries itself, like right there where his neck meets his shoulder, and the blood starts just gushing out.
Beautiful.
Nice.
And then Ronda just drops to his knees, drops his heavy shield and spear, crashes to the ground, and the floorboards just move up and down slightly, and they creak because of his huge weight. And the second and the older and stronger brother of the 2 is now dead as well. Yep, so well done, guys. You managed to kill him. That was a very difficult fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a close one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a forest ogre with armor, a weapon, and a shield is pretty tough. It's kind of like imagine like in Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
like a heavily armored troll. It's
The
very
stunning
nasty.
Stuff was the turning point, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, civilians are really at a disadvantage in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Bonnie, you do manage to recover your senses.
Yeah. I'm gonna have
back on
to
your feet.
Yeah.
You are bleeding though. So.
Yeah. Have to
You
try
wanna
to get that
set about
fixed.
Healing that.
No. There has to be a healer in this town somewhere.
Aww.
I can ask that girl.
I am trained in it, I think.
Oh, okay.
There
Yeah.
is a temple and there's a
It's my
temple
character
in.
skill.
Now, if you guys do wish to visit the temple, you can do, and you can receive healing and bleeding treatment there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're gonna leave Gronda and the 2 Erulians where they are, and you wanna go straight to the temple?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just wondering how would this interact with my Seder life stance?
Well, who knows? It might
It might convert me.
possibly. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah. Do you wish to do it? Do you wish to go to the temple?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, at the temple, you do find a rather old Bagante who's guarding the temple for the night. Just a little bit further away from where you've been so far, but you do know where the temple is, so you can go there, and he will aid you, Kind Wolf, with the bleeding. So I'm going to give you, if you want to make this roll now, and you can get an extra +4 to this roll from what you'd normally have.
That's 10. What is it? It's intelligence. Oh yeah, 20. All up.
20. Wow, yeah. So you do
Ooh.
definitely manage to stop the bleeding. Yep. That would have in fact stopped a serious bleeding wound. So you managed to stop the bleeding. You can perform healing now with the aid of the Becante. Give me another roll, +4 if you wish.
Oops. 15, 16. 21.
Wow.
Wish I had these rolls when we're fighting.
So yeah, and actually waning moon, so you get 22 cents. You do heal 8 hit points.
Nice.
Right.
Anyone else hurt?
I have more than half my HP is gone.
Step on
Please
Step
don't
on the
go.
altar.
it. Watch me roll triple one.
Don't, no more big rats.
Manifest a rat inside your chest cavity. Hey, 9, 14, 18.
Okay, and that was for the bleeding, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Well,
you,
if he is bleeding.
I
Is he
don't
bleeding?
have a bleeding one.
Oh, well, that was for the healing then.
oh, that's for healing.
Less
So
than
yeah, you heal 4 hit points.
Okay, great.
Okay. Anybody else?
I have a light bleeding.
Okay.
I'm only missing 4, so I can sleep it off.
Oh, 17.
17 heals 4 hit points.
And I'm just wondering about the broken jaw. That will probably take extra time, will it?
Yeah, let me find out.
I can't imagine Bori being able to talk much.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that would take probably a couple of weeks.
I'm going to read your religious text the entire time. You don't know anything about it.
Exactly, yeah. Just
Okay, so
just convert him to Orsatra in the meantime.
yeah. So I'm basically going to be in this village of Linden for the next 2 weeks.
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you were well healed at this temple.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you think that would affect Buddy? I mean, he can't really say anything, but he can.
No, he's definitely. There's definitely a glint in his eye that hasn't. Sort of a glint of doubt that maybe in actual fact the gods are actual entities and not just extremely powerful spirits. Maybe they are their own entities, and there's a seed of doubt beginning to form in his mind. So we will see how that affects him.
What's your willpower?
It's actually +1.
Okay, and the total?
Sorry, 14.
14, right? And I guess you got fortitude as well.
Fortitude as a skill.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Show me. Yeah, I actually. I think you're trained in that as satyr, isn't that right?
Could be.
I thought you were.
I don't think it comes as trained anyway. But do you have it trained or as a character? No.
No, I don't. No.
Okay. All right. Well, give me 3d6 then.
Okie dokie. 11.
Okay. I'm going to say it doesn't. You do maintain your satyr life stance.
Okay.
But if it does like happen again in other situations, then
yeah,
you might be more inclined to change your ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, no, there's definitely a seed of doubt there planted, some sort of cognitive dissonance.
Yeah. I need to take a quick break, 2 minutes. Does anybody else?
Yep.
Use a break.
Yeah, I'm back in like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm back. You back? You back, Fionn?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, since I'm not an evil type, and I wouldn't want you to spend 2 weeks in game time trying to role play without speaking, and as I think you guys would be honorary guests in Linden for your deeds, I will allow us to fast forward 2 weeks.
Okay.
If you guys agree, and that will take us into the following month. Basically, that will take us to the 6th of, by the name of the month, Glitniash. Okay. I mean, we'll get to that moment in a second, but before we fast forward, if you like, is there anything you'd like to do to Gronda?
What did you have on him?
Well, he had mean, obviously, he's going to have the Audi Calcum inside of him and another Etin Heart. He does have a rather large wing spear, the medium shield. Who's wearing boiled leather armor, and he did have some other trinkets, which I will roll for now. If you can just like imagine some kind of like a large pouch from his belt, and which contained objects which he'd stolen, which I will roll for now, so you can find some things there.
I'm back.
Okay, welcome back. Okay, so yeah, amongst the things which he had a sunstone. Okay, there's an hourglass. There's a toy wooden sword.
This was on the ogre?
Yep.
Oh, that means he had children. No.
A lock of like golden blonde hair.
It means he killed children.
He also had a wooden image of one of the deities.
Was it Fraujash?
Which you should be able to tell it's not Fraujash, it's actually of Manan.
I think, Bori would probably be interested in the boiled leather armor.
Yeah, it's going to be maybe a little bit too big for you, but I suppose. But I mean, you could. I mean, obviously, you could just strip it and get somebody to craft it for you.
Yeah,
that'd be fine. Yeah, somebody will do that for you in Linden for your services. So you could actually make 2 sets if you wish, if anybody else wants one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because Bori, he only has a first shirt right now, which is fine, but it's not really battle worthy.
Yeah. So you can take the just basically add the boiled leather armor to your inventory. Do you wish to look for the Etin Heart?
Did they harvest the orichalcum yet?
No, but you can harvest that. Give me a D6, Anto.
A D6.
Yeah.
Alright. That's 3.
So you find 12 ounces of aurichalcum.
I think we should use this to find some trader or someone traveling to their village and to take their belongings and their bodies and some of this to their families. Or else how are they going to be reborn again?
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. And maybe Bori could. He's going to try harvest the Etin Heart.
Good. Give me a world law roll, please. No, rune law.
Rune lore. Okay. Oh, 5.
Yeah, so you've got absolutely no idea which stone corresponds to the Etin Heart.
Cut his bollocks off.
Anybody else wish to try?
No, thank you. But
Shit.
if I examine the toy sword, is there anything on it that could, like, is there any clues as to the owner or anything like that?
Yes, you can see the owner's name written in runes on the sword.
Yeah, I want to take that with me and ask around about it.
Okay. Yep, and from what you can tell, it belongs to a boy called Aid.
Is it EAD or
Yeah, it's AED.
EED? Okay. All right.
Anybody else to look fully at in heart?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
I suppose I could sell it or something, as long as I don't turn it into a pen. You can make like a grenade out of it.
Yep. Now Thomas comes in and he's going to watch you do it. So,
what check is it? What skill?
rune law.
Rune law. Minus 9.
No, you don't find it. Let's see if Thomas is able to. He can, in fact. So he can show you which is the correct heart. So he takes the hatchet from Buddy, goes over to you, Kind Wolf. It's this one here, Kind Wolf. Look, pay attention.
Yes.
You were almost pointing towards its leg. The resin heart is never in the leg. Please take note.
I was just testing you.
Good. And then he shows you the exact spot, the exact stone to remove, and you do. You remove the Yetin heart. So yeah, it's. I believe it's a transparent brown for being a forest Yetin.
Yeah, the last one was brown too.
Yeah. Yeah, so it'll be brown, yeah. Good. Following day making is most pleased with your efforts, and he allows you to stay in Lingdon for as long as you like, and you do, at least until body is fully healed. So night after night passes, day after day passes, and you get to know the villagers, the inhabitants of Linden a bit better day by day by day. Clovisa and Owen seem to building somewhat of a good rapport together. It almost seems as if they've begun to court to see one another. But nothing formal has taken place. Forge that in the Fulean way. Now, on the 10th night, in somewhat mysterious conditions, Clovisa goes missing from Linden. On the 11th day, she's not by her store where she's, with her wares and her meats and all that. So she's actually gone missing. She went missing on the 10th night.
Oh, were we able to find someone to take the bodies back of the Arulians?
No, they died, I think.
They
all died, didn't they?
They all died, so I mean,
there was no traveler or a merchant or anything passing through.
Potentially there would be a merchant who would perhaps go in the direction of Arulia to take the bodies. It's quite a distance, though, and without having some guards or protection, it's a bit of a trek. So,
yeah, it doesn't seem logical to me that a merchant would want to take 3 hulking Arulian carcasses back to Arulia.
And we get a little bit ripe, then.
Yeah.
I think I'll take my 10 Aarakocra back then, if it's not going to be going to Ashford's family.
yeah, I mean, the most logical thing would to happen would for them to be buried in some different burial mounds, I suppose.
Mm.
Uh,
We'll
with
make
the
sure they
distance,
get a good burial with their weapons and such.
yeah. I mean, with the distance being so great, and yeah,
Don't mix up their body
Alright then.
parts.
I'll give you guys 3 orichalcum each as your share from what I harvested.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I should probably share out the. I'll give 3 each as well.
Okay.
yeah. I mean, just so that you guys know, there are probably about 300 miles from their home village.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm worried about Clovisa.
Yeah, Clarissa, yeah. People in the tribe kind of expected her to return after a day, but she hasn't. It's been 4 days now since Clavissa's disappeared.
Is the Etten heart still here, or is it gone too?
It's gone as well.
what were the circumstances of her disappearance? Had she gone away from the village for a time? Was she taken from the village?
It wasn't taken, no, but it did seem to be, at least from her house, there seemed to be some kind of a unusually unnatural liquid substances.
Maybe we could speak to. I'm sure that her parents also live in the house. Maybe we could try get some more information.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could go over to her family house. So this would now be taking us to the 6th of Glitniash.
Yeah.
Now, you'll have had chance to have leveled up in game time, so I think you can all do that now.
Excellent.
In terms of experience from the melee fight, you would have all gained 500 each. Okay.
Excellent.
And individually from this session, so James, you will get a further 600.
Okay.
David, you get 550. Sean, you get 450
Okay.
experience, and Anto, you get 450 as well, on top of the XP from the combat.
Okay, that's not gonna reach me level 3.
No? Okay.
Okay.
Is anybody able to level up?
How much is it per level again? I don't have my book on me.
Let me tell you now. So level 4, you need 3,500.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
level 3.
I forgot to count the XP from
22.
last game.
Right.
Did we get any?
Yeah. I'll give you, or from the last session, I'll give you a further 750.
Okay.
So that might enable you to level up.
No, it's different.
So level 2, you're going to need 2,250. Sorry, for level 3, that is. Level 4,
Yeah.
3,500.
Yeah.
So if anybody can level up, you can do that now.
Not yet. I'm almost there though.
And the making said that the mother of the Ogre brothers was a ways away.
Yeah, about 7 miles to the northwest.
Oh, okay.
7 to 8 miles. Yeah, just far high up into the Dales.
And did this substance at the scene of the disappearance, did it look like the blood or the insides at all of any of these creatures we've been dissecting?
Indeed, it did. It was heading in the northwest.
So
No, it's
we'll
been
have to find her.
it's been 4 days since she's gone missing.
Yoko, do you believe it's the mother has taken this girl? The Eton mother?
I would assume so. I mean, we haven't had an attack of either of the brothers, right? And the viscera left here. We've experienced seeing this type of mess, though it's been by our making. And if she's within walking distance, perhaps she sought vengeance on the village. Why she would target, if she knowingly targeted Clovisa, or if it was just a random disappearance, I can't tell.
I think we should hurry our search for her then.
I agree.
Yeah, and I'm visibly distraught by this. And yeah, I think we should have a speedy mission to go find her.
Yep.
Good. So you, Buddy, you're now fully healed. You're able to talk again. Your jaw is fully healed, mended. There's no permanent damage. From time to time, it hurts a little bit. It's a bit of a reminder of your battle with Gronda, but you believe it's going to make you into a stronger person anyway.
Yeah. I would like to try find a smith or someone who can turn that huge leather armor cures into 2 sets of regular boiled leather armor.
Yep, and if you go to Uri, the blacksmith. He's also very competent in making armor, of course. So, and he will actually do that as a free service.
Oh well,
for your deeds. Yeah, under the command of the making Lindenus.
Okay.
Yep. So I mean, at least in terms to all of the villagers, your relationship to them is all affectionate. Let's say so. That will at least help if you wish to purchase any more goods or yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I might look for a cap or another armor shirt. What type of like level of technology as far as the armor goes would I be able to find here?
If you wish, I would say that you could make some kind of like a reinforced boiled leather helm, and you'd be able to do that from the remaining leather, which was from Gronda's boiled leather armor. So again, that would be free of charge. So it's I'll say it's like a boiled leather cap. It gives you a little bit of protection. It's certainly better than nothing. It'll give you AV +1.
Okay. He doesn't have anything sitting around looking to get snatched up, like the scale or any of these other types of armor.
Yeah. So in actual fact, there was a helm from one of the Erudians. I forgot to mention, so you could also take that if you wish.
I mean, stats-wise, if it's the same, I'll take either.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's the same. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do the unless someone else needs a suit of armor, I'll do the cap.
Okay. Good. Is there anything else that you need from the village?
Yeah, I am going to ask around for more turpentine, as I know it's very effective in disguising yourself from forest ants.
Yes, that's good. You do find somebody selling turpentine very welcoming to you, buddy. And that person will give you £4 worth for 2 copper.
Yep. Let's do it.
I'm
Yep.
going to grab some as well then.
Very good. Now, from this particular person, you can see different things, such as like water skins, rope, so oil flasks, oil lamps, torches, hemp rope. There's even an iron chain, like a grappling hook as well.
Actually, I have a grappling hook in my backpack already. So.
Oh, you do? Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab some rope as well as the turpentine.
Yep.
Pick up by 20 foot or so.
Yeah, that's
So is
good.
4 pounds enough for 4 people?
Say again, David.
Is 4 pounds of terps enough for 4 people? Like,
Oh, £1 is enough for 5 bodies.
oh shit.
Yeah.
I'll just buy a £1 then. I don't want to carry around. Cover everyone in the land.
Yeah.
And how big is the rope?
The rope is 1 foot long. 1 foot per rope costs 1 copper, and it weighs 4 ounces. So
I'll grab.
can carry up to 324 pounds. Iron chain can carry up to 1,080 pounds.
I'll grab 25 feet of it then.
Nice. Yep.
Won't put me in the way.
So yeah, 25 feet of rope, that would be 100 ounces, which would be, Jesus, 1 ounce is 15.6 grams, so it'd be about 1.5 kilos.
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less. Don't need to be too technical, yeah, about 1.5 kilos. So that's, yeah, about 3 pounds.
Yep.
How much orichalcum does it take to make armor out of it?
Good question. Yeah, because I mean, it's. I mean, you don't know how it's made. You know, it's made of gold, copper, and another type of metal, which is unknown now because the Phalings used to make it in the past.
Yeah.
But like most settlements in Thule still have some aurichalcum, which is a bit of a double-edged sword because it does attract the Ettins as well.
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, it would depend on the weight of the armor, I guess. So
Yeah. I'm looking at the orichalcum laminated armor and it says 15 pounds.
15 pounds, yeah.
It depends. Yeah.
Yep. So but that is worth 253 gold. So it's,
Jeez.
yeah. All right. So anything else you wish to do in Linden?
Can I just get the blacksmith for my piece of amber that I have, the 14 karat amber? Can I get him to make like some kind of holder for it, like a jewelry kind of thing, whether it's a necklace or something along those lines?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. How many carats was it?
14.
Okay, so I'm not sure. In fact, maybe it's
Maybe
What?
earrings instead,
yeah. Let me check.
or a ring.
Yeah, you could use it for some kind of jewelry. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Because I guess I'm confident I'm gonna see her again, and I want to have a gift, I guess. So.
Okay. Yeah. So it's 14 carats, correct, James?
Yeah.
That will actually give you a +2 to your rune law
Oh wow. Okay.
whilst you're wearing it.
So yeah, so maybe if it's big enough to make a necklace, that would be good.
Yeah, you can do that, no problem.
+2.
How many days
Okay.
have we had in downtime?
You spent 2 weeks downtime whilst Buddy's jaw was healing, and that took us from the 23rd of Noratuna up to the 6th of Glitniash. So yeah, getting to like the peak point of summer nearly. It's actually a warmer month than Noratuna, just so you know. At least in terms of temperature and yeah.
Okay.
Just going to check to see if there's any kind of festivals in the month of Glitniash. I'm sure there are. Oh, yes. Well, in 2 days' time, it's Bear Wake Day. Which means
Will they get their kids back?
it's, at least for the religious people, it says this day is the first day of legal discussions at the thing, the parliament, where only the nobles with a right to vote can and are obliged to attend, and it lasts until the end of Glitniash. Yeah. Oh, that's for the tradition. Maybe it's the same for the religion. No, well, of course it's different, yeah. That's when the bear wakes up and leaves his lair. The winter spirit has, in other words, risen from the grave and is ready to abduct and kill Baldush again. Everyone who enters a temple between Bear Wake and the autumnal equinox must first have their hands tied with a rope or thread to make it impossible for them to kill a deity, i.e., cut the mistletoe from the sacred tree of the temple.
Oh yeah.
And also that is source of legal discussions in the thing, the parliament, and it's a sword dance day. Yeah, so it's a bit more of a deal for the religious folk.
Well, should we stick around for that, or should we miss that? Maybe we could get Clarissa back for that day.
Possibly, yeah. It's only 2 days away, and
might take us some time to find the lair, though.
well, the makings told you it's about 7 to 8 miles to the northwest, higher up in the mountains, near a waterfall where you have a black cliff.
Okay. So it could be done in 2 days.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah. Maybe we should try find her and see if we can get her back for that festival.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Could be the honourable thing to do.
Yep.
So, do you wish to head that direction or something different?
I think we should set out for there for that.
Yeah. Time is of the essence, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, yeah, 6 we Glitniash, about 8 a.m. now. It's 20 degrees, clear sky, very light wind, and yeah, you can head to the northwest. First couple of hours is mainly all woodland, a few slopes and very gentle hills, not much inclination. You pass by several streams and one rather large river, and yeah, spend a couple of hours traveling. Just give me who's going to lead the group.
I have tracking as a character role, so
Yeah.
maybe it should be me.
Yeah. Give me a navigation check as well.
Yep. Okay, that is 12.
12, yeah. So you are going on the right direction. Yeah. Good. Now, after the first 30 minutes after leaving the village, you were able to definitely see some kind of a substance heading in that direction. But then after 30 minutes, it kind of stopped.
Is there anything, can we even try to smell it or taste it or try to understand what it is?
You could do. You could try to smell it, but it's completely putrid. It stinks. It's very foul.
Well, if the thing was dripping blood, it could have staunched the wound by this point.
Yeah.
Could you give me a tracking check, please?
Yeah. Let's see. That is 14. Sorry, 14.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, occasionally you definitely do see the tracks of Grondor, even though it's been several days. There's been absolutely no rain, so you've been quite fortunate in that sense. Yeah.
Okay. And are we able to get close? We're probably still quite a bit away, are we?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. If you give me a stamina check first of all.
Yeah. Okay, that is 16.
Yep, you're fine.
What's that against? Sorry, what's that?
So 3d6 plus your stamina.
25 for me.
You're okay.
21.
Yep, that's good.
29 here.
Oh yeah, that's definitely good. Yeah, so you travel for a couple of hours, have a quick rest, and then continue. And after you pass through the woodlands, passing over a river, you get to the base of some valleys. They go up and down. You're able to follow those tracks, and then you come before what seems to be the beginning of some rather high-looking mountains and moorlands. Seems to be a path which wounds along many of the rocks. Yep.
Looks like there's something that way, lads. Let's continue on, but let's have some caution.
Yes. Best if we approach in shadow.
Aye, brother. I agree.
Okay, so do you wish to climb up the dales and the mountains now?
I believe so.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're quite steep in some parts, so you're gonna have to give me a few acrobatics checks. So give me the first check, please.
Yeah. Will can we use the grappling hook to try help us with the DD or?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. That's let me see.
I got 11.
I got 11 too.
Yep, it's fine.
Okay. I got 8. Well.
You're okay.
Okay.
9 here.
That's fine. Yeah. Give me one more check.
Ten here.
It's 12.
10.
Yep. You're all okay. Yeah, so it seems that nobody loses their footing as you're following a steep, narrow path which wound among many rocks, and you do go up several hundred feet. In fact, you're about 3,000 feet above sea level now, and as you reach the top, there's a bit of a plateau now, and the weather is quite different to what it was down in London. It's quite a bit cooler, in fact, even misty in certain parts. Give me a perception roll, please.
$17.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, so the two of you, you definitely notice some dead trees about 200 feet towards this cliff face.
Do you think that may be Hilaire?
Aye, lad. Stinks like an old bitch here. I reckon so.
Is there a waterfall nearby?
You hear something, yes, indeed. And as you approach the edge of this cliff, you can see it's kind of like the roots are hanging over this cliff, going down towards the waterfall. And especially you, Buddy, and Kindwolf, you've got the feeling that you've entered into a tuna haimash. That's the sudden change in temperature and the mist and almost the cold weather, despite the month of Glidniash.
Yeah.
Now, if you look far down below, you can see there's a waterfall, in fact, as well. There's also a lake that kind of sieves and eddies away. Yeah. But yes, you can see and hear a waterfall.
Okay, yeah, maybe we should try approach the entrance to this.
It's just as the making described.
And do we have Thomas with us, or did he remain in Linden?
Thomas actually remained in Linden this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, so this almost seems like a lake as well below. It's very dark, in fact. About a couple of 100 feet probably above for you now. You can hear a waterfall as well. There seems to be a way down. You could probably climb down if you wish.
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
you could jump.
I think I'll climb. Okay.
Okay, so do you all wish to climb down?
Yeah. Does it look like a tough climb?
Give me a perception check.
It's a 14.
Well, you've seen worse, that's for sure. There are a couple of parts which seem quite difficult, but it doesn't seem too bad to you anyway.
Who wants to go first then? Who wants to climb first?
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Roll for it, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, if you give me climbing, please.
14.
Yeah. So you make it down the first section. Yeah.
That's how I just yell up, "Hurry, everyone! We, you know, time is of the essence."
Okay, I got 10.
Yep. You make it.
Excellent.
Yep. Anto and David.
Yep. I got
12.
14.
Yep. You both make it. Okay. Let's go for the next section. I guess James, are you leading on again?
That's right.
Yep. Give me a climbing check.
"14 again."
Yep. You make it. Fionn.
Hold on. Oh, yes. It's 13.
Yep. You've made it. Yep. Anto and David.
15.
15. It's good.
11 here.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for Owen, you seem a little bit hesitant, and you stay in the same position, so you don't make any progress.
You mean Yoko, right?
Sorry, Yoko. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I give me a minute.
But you can try
and
again,
then
of course.
Yeah, and then I'll try again.
Yep.
This time it's a 10.
Same again. Yeah, it's yeah.
And how far down is it?
Oh, you're about 150 feet from the lake.
Oh, I see. Okay. Just trying to find a good angle here. Family.
In the meantime, James, give me another roll.
Okay. "13.
Yep, you've made it. Fionn.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, 13 as well, actually.
Yep, it's fine. David.
14.
Yep. You've made it. Back to Yoko. See if you can make it down to halfway.
Already. This time I got an 11.
Same again, I'm afraid.
It stumped me.
Yeah. Right. So, James, you're about 50 feet above the lake now, where you actually begin to see seems to be like several dark caves and pools of water just beyond the lake. So, give me another roll, James.
"17.
Oh, yes, you make it. Fionn.
Yo. Oh yeah, 17 as well, actually.
Very nice, yeah. You
Yeah.
follow the exact same route your son took.
Yeah.
David?
11.
Yep, you've made it. So, yeah, Yoko is still just 150 feet above you guys. Seems you haven't waited for him, but yeah.
Well, if I try
yeah.
again,
I thought he was right behind me."
I rolled a 13 this time if I try again.
Yes, you make it. Give me one more roll.
Alrighty. That's a 12.
Yes, you've made it. You're now 50 feet above your family members. And we have one more roll.
Alrighty. That's a 13.
Yep. So you able to reunite yourself with your family? Yeah. Good.
I'm gonna need a minute to breathe this one off.
Yeah. Good. So you've all made it down to where you have this very dark-looking lake. Give me a perception check now, please.
14.
13.
10.
Yeah, you definitely know that you wouldn't want to drink the water from here. It's very pungent stench, unusually dark in color as well.
So,
Yes,
Oh.
definitely seems like the waters of the Tuna Heimish.
Bori takes out his water skin and takes a swig and passes it around.
It's funny how being near foul water can make one yearn for something clean.
Yes.
When should we cover our scents?
That's a good idea. We're getting awfully close now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it now, presumably.
Yes, so you on I mean, you can definitely see this waterfall about 50 feet away. And according to Lindinus, that's the lair, the den of this ogress.
And there's no sunlight in the Tuna Heimish. It's all overcast.
There's no sunlight here. There's no wind at all. It's almost voiceless and breathless. Yeah.
We must try to be as silent as possible.
You do also see like several dark doors of many caves and the deep pools, also to the right of where you are now.
Which way?
He only mentioned one cave.
What say you, brother?
I think Fiona's just away for a second. Yeah.
Can we smell like more pungency from one cave or the other, or is it pretty much the same?
Well, you could walk over and find out if you wish. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Can
They're
we
about
go-
150 feet. Yeah. Yeah. Do that.
Perception?
Yeah.
uh, 7.
No, they just pretty much smells the same as the lake. It smells, of disease really more than anything else. The pungent and disease-ridden waters. Definitely not the kind of place where one would want to rest or to drink from.
Okay.
Which cave should we take?
So, you've got the caves or the waterfall, which supposedly leads to
Oh, that's right.
the den. Yeah.
I say that we make way towards the waterfall.
Perhaps we should hold off on the turpentine until after passing through. We want to waste it all. Wash it off.
Good thinking, brother.
Yeah, brilliant, Uncle.
Perhaps that's the very reason that she chose to live there.
ready an arrow.
Okay, so I mean, if you do wish to, you'd have to make a bit of a leap as well from where you are to reach beyond this waterfall.
Okay.
Why don't you give me a morale with a -2 to this?
Ooh. 5.
Well,
I got an 8.
10
5.
here.
So yeah, Fionn, you're feeling, body's feeling nervous about this,
That was me. That was Kenworth.
and Kinwolf is feeling afraid.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What about our two sons?
10 here.
I got 11.
Right. So the two sons have got the stoutest hearts, and they're not feeling nervous or afraid.
It's the formation.
What does the afraid do to me?
It just gives you a -2 to all of your skill checks for 4 rounds.
Oh, jeez.
So I mean, unless you're in combat, it's not too bad. Yeah.
See if I can jump over this waterfall there.
Yeah, it's not a huge.
Well, maybe we could use the grappling hooks.
I could try. Yeah.
Yep.
How
Yes.
large is the jump?
Oh, it's not too bad. It's about 6 feet.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting about 10 feet or 13
No.
feet or something.
6 feet, and below it, it's extremely dark and black. Yeah. Yeah. Seems to be a bit of an abyss going down.
Should we just say fuck it and try jump?
Yes, I just want to get in there before I lose my nerve completely.
So you just can take some deep breaths, Kind Wolf, for 4 rounds until you're no longer nervous.
Yeah, I'll let the others jump before me and I'll sort of settle my stomach.
Yeah, I have no problem going
Drink some of
first.
the
Too.
turpentine.
I'm
Okay,
kind of
so,
keen to rescue her.
Yeah, remember, like, if you've got any penalties to movement skills, then you need to take that into account for, acrobatics, and if you're wearing a particular type of armor, it might give you a negative to your movement skills and shields and encumberment, all that.
Does that count when it's in your hand or slung on your back or both?
Yeah, I think if it's on your back, it should be easier at least. What do you have, Anto?
I'm at -5, but I'm not sure where to apply that.
Okay. Is that because of your armor or because of a shield?
The large iron shield gives me.
Oh. Yeah. So now, well, it's up to you what you do. You could throw
always-
it.
Yeah, throw the shield over first. Although it's going to make a hell of a lot of noise.
Yeah.
It's obviously jumping with a heavy iron shield. It's not impossible, but it's not the easiest thing to do in the world anyway. So yeah, it would make it harder for you, I'd say.
All right, I'd probably toss it over then. Is the waterfall loud? Where we're
It's pretty loud, yeah. Yeah, it's fairly loud, yeah.
all right, I'll give it a toss. See if I don't lose it.
All right, so just give me a MIOV check.
Oh, decent. That's 16.
Oh yeah, so you're able to toss the shield over the gap, and it passes through the waterfall, and you hear it crashing on the other side. So you can definitely hear the sound of your shield against rock, at least.
All right.
And okay, that's fine.
Find it when we get in there.
All right, yeah.
All right,
Now-
I'm gonna follow it then, I suppose.
I just made a roll to see if it takes any damage. So I'll
Cool.
let you know when and if you find it.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I'm gonna hop in after it.
Okay, so give me a leap of faith acrobatics.
We're jumping through the waterfall into an opening
Yeah,
behind.
you have to jump over a ledge.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wish me luck. I'll yell if anything happens.
Mhm.
Either way. All right. So +2 to that. So it's 15.
Oh yeah, so you definitely make it. Yeah, yeah. You could have. I mean, you could have easily leapt 10 feet, 12 feet, or even more. In fact, with that. Okay, yeah. So you make it through, and you pass through the waterfall. And who's next?
I can go.
Yep. Okay, give me an acrobatics.
So 10.
Yep, so you make it. Yep, it's not too much of a problem for you. Definitely not as good a leap as your brothers, but
Yeah.
you're fine. Buddy.
Yep. That's good. 13.
Oh yeah, you've made it perfectly fine.
Okay.
Okay. I think David is away.
I'm back.
Are you back? Oh, you're back. Okay, so, yep. So you've just seen your two nephews and your brother leaping over this ledge, and they've
Waited
passed.
my fear. Did I wait for my fear to pass, or?
Oh yeah, you would have done. Yeah, yeah. So you've regained your nerves.
13.
Yep, you make it. So you all make it through. You pass through this waterfall, and yeah, Yoko, you pick up your shield, and there's no damage whatsoever. So that's good.
Ancestor shield.
So that's good. Probably the wisest thing to have done there. Yep, and you pass straight into what seems to be a rather large chamber. Do you guys want to have a look around, see what you can find?
I say we pass around the turpentine first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there light coming in here? Can we see?
There is light, yeah. There definitely seems to be light. There seems to be people or something using it as living quarters. You even have like beds as well. Seems to be somewhat strange. Yep, quite a lot of different things in this chamber.
Is it a torchlight or is it natural light?
There's a fire. There are a couple of fires in place.
Okay.
Good. Are you going to put on the turpentine?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Good. Okay, good. Now, there are 3 different directions from this main chamber. Yeah. One of which seems to be blocked off by a rather large looking boulder. Might be able to move it, you never know. And then there are a couple of other kind of like tunnels leading off to elsewhere.
Go approach the beds. Are they like human-sized beds or huge?
Huge beds, big beds.
It's strange that they even slept in beds.
It's rather civilized forest ogres, yeah.
And there's a fire, you said, maybe like in the middle of the room somewhere.
Yes.
Can I tell how long the fire's been burning? Like, is the wood, is it dying down, or is...
It looks like it hasn't been attended to for at least a good hour. So you mostly just got embers and a few flickering flames.
And if I look around the boulder blocking the entrance, are there signs of it having been moved or rolled?
You can tell that there are, yes, that it is something which looks like it's moved by something. But it's, it's very large. Probably take more than the strength of one man to move it.
Maybe the four of us together could try.
It looks like it's shut from this side, not from the inside. So if we do move it, we should be on the lookout so that it's not shut behind us.
Maybe there's something that we can use to jam it open.
Maybe, or we can shut one of the other entrances with it, just as a guess, if it's large enough.
Yeah.
Okay, could you now give me a rune lore, please? Rune lore check.
It's 14.
At -5, I'm dumbfounded.
11.
Oh yeah,
11.
sorry. Yeah, -4. Yes, that would bring it to 9, I suppose. I forgot
Oh, right.
-5. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, yep, so that's fine. Yep, nothing to tell you there from that.
Yep.
Oh, I know a couple of you. Do you guys want to wrap it up here? I know we've been going for like.
Yeah, it might be a good place to leave it before we get into another huge combat.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, it could be a nice moment to pause here.
Yeah.
Sure is tense. Well, there's beds too, so we got 2 weeks.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, perfect.
Excellent. Okay, well, yeah, we'll wrap it up for this session and return in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, for anybody who's been watching the game live, hope you enjoyed it. Big thank you to our players tonight, to David playing as Kindwolf, Fiona as Buddy, James as Owen, and Anto as Yoko. So thanks, guys, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, great game. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for running.